Rick, we'll keep asking you about free throws. I guess what's your thought on the free throw issues today?
Well, we're going to be that kind of team. Like I told the team after the game, we're going to struggle all year. You know, when you have a chance to get back in the game, you can't make them. When you got a chance to stretch it out, you can't make them. And I don't think we have a guy on the team that doesn't think he can make them, but they're going to have to make it when the lights are on. And you know, that's it just puts so much more pressure on everything that you do. Puts pressure on your defense. You know, you want to run some things, but then you start thinking, well, if they get fouled, are they going to make the free throws? Guys that you want to be aggressive, they pick up fouls and don't make free throws. It really just continues to put pressure on every other part of the game.
Kansas, Illinois, and today, the game was pretty tight with 8 minutes left, and it feels like it's kind of similar ways they've gotten away from y'all. Any common denominators there?
Yeah, inconsistency with guys that you're counting on. I mean, I didn't think I think you give Arkansas a lot of credit. They blocked 10 shots. We missed 14 shots at the rim. Well, they actually blocked 9 because one of those was a goaltend that the referees didn't call, but that's not the difference in the game. But and we didn't. I mean, and they made layups. They did. You know, we had a 4-point lead, the 3-point play, 4-point play is a momentum changer for them, and then we get down to the end. We had too many just blown coverages with our post guys, and that's probably the most disappointing thing. That of our 4 post guys, Felix, who hadn't practiced for the last 2 days with a little bit of a hip pointer, I thought was more prepared than the other 3 guys, and we need everybody. I mean, we're a good basketball team. They're a good basketball team, but we did too many things that go into losing, and that's why we lost. You can't just got to call a timeout when you can't get the ball in bounds, little things like that. But free throws, I mean, it hurts because, you know, you could say we make our free throws, but again, they made layups at the rim. We didn't. They made their free throws. We didn't, and they won the game. They won it because they did the things that were necessary to win it, and we didn't.
You mentioned key guys not giving you all what you need. How difficult is it going to be to win on the road in the league when that's?
Well, you can't win. I mean, this league is too good, and again, I mean, Arkansas is a really good team, and you know, and we're good enough to beat anybody in the country. We really are, but we're not going to beat anybody in the country if we don't take care of the details. It's the plays that they have to make consistency that they don't want to make. Everybody thinks their best offensive play is what wins games. It's not. What wins games are those things, you know, getting back. We gave up 2 transition dunks where guys just simply got ran by. That was the very first thing that was on our scouting report. They're really can be an explosive transition team, and you can't let somebody run by you early in the game. And those are the plays that when you look at it are like, you know, those are effort plays. That's mental, all that, and those are the plays that you know you dig yourself in a hole with, and we have a chance to get out and maybe get something going and put more pressure on them. But they played better. They deserve to win.
Yeah, Darius Acuff finished with 29 points. Just how difficult of a matchup is he, and how difficult?
He's tough. He's tough. He's playing as well as any player that we've played against all year. He's a 3-level scorer. I really like his demeanor. John has always done well with guys like him. He puts them in great position to be who they are and gets them to play really well with his teammates. But he has a really good knack of when he needs to go get something done himself. And right now, again, he's played against us as well as anybody we've played against all year.
Coach, it seemed like, especially early, you guys were trying to run, make, miss, whatever it might be. Was that something you saw?
That's our best basketball. We do that, you know, and we want to get out and keep running, but you know we won't. That's what we want to do. I mean, we want to run every possession, but then if you get down, and you know, then you got to make sure you got to make sure if somebody's going to, you know, when they're running playing like that, they're playing, and that's what we want. We don't want to be a joystick type team. We believe what we do works if guys execute it. But then if you get down and you're not making free throws, then you're thinking, well, we got to make sure the guy that gets involved here, if he does get fouled, he's going to have to go up and make free throws. There is no doubt our best offense is when we're in transition, no doubt. And I would say that for most teams, because it's hard. I mean, they're a long team, quick jumpers, and I think our post guys, we keep telling them we're going to get position in there, but that's just part of the deal. They've got to be able to be quicker to get off their feet and get up and finish the ball and finish it. And then if they get fouled, they got to make free throws.
You and Cal are now tied for the most wins among all active coaches. Just your thoughts on that, and maybe just does it feel like every game against him is a high caliber type deal like this one was?
Well, I've got as much respect for John as anybody. We've been buddies since I think we met in 1976, something like that, at the University of Pittsburgh summer basketball camp, and we've been friends ever since then. And he still had one more year of school left in college, but we were at that camp, and I actually won the league championship that year. My starting point guard, we won the camp championship, and my starting point guard was Sean Miller. He was 9 years old, and so what you're asking me is we're pretty old, but a lot of I have so much respect, and he's everywhere he's ever been, he's won. He's a guy that really cares about this game. He's not afraid to speak out about it when he sees issues, and he's a out of the box thinker too. And but he does. Not only does he win where he goes, but he really cares about the game, the college game, and wants to see it better.
So 3 more hands. We'll go front row here, back row there, and then Ben to wrap it up.
Arkansas's had trouble defensively and with physicality in the paint a lot this year. You mentioned the quick jumping and length off the floor and the 10 blocks, but what was your assessment of Arkansas's physicality? And was did Arkansas make adjustments to deal with your physicality better?
I don't know if I would say I think their athleticism helped them as much, because we were moving guys around, and John's going to make the adjustments that he needs to make, and but we offensively, our guys, you look at it inside. Dwayne was 3 for 7, but he had 2 shots blocked. He's got to score. Felix was 1 for 3, and I know he missed a layup on a roll, but Jalen was 3 for 8, and he had 2 shots blocked? Is that right, or 4? What was it? I think he had 4 shots blocked, and he's a guy that's strong and agile, but he got to get off the ground, and all they did was come block a shot, and he got the ball, but he wasn't able to get it up over his. We talk about chin to rim, didn't get it up quick enough, but. Give them credit. We're different. Both teams are a little bit different ways, and I know that we're going to get better. We're going to have to get better, but I know that we can. But we've got to make some of these layups, and we got to make some of these free throws.
Rick, you've seen a lot of great freshman guards, coached a lot of great freshman guards. How does Acuff compare to some of the guys that you've coached or seen? You know what?
Watching them right now. This early in January, I'm really impressed. And really, we saw him, obviously, in high school and when he was, at the prep school. But what I'm most impressed with is his body, the way he's carrying himself, his demeanor. That's what I'm most impressed with. He can score it, and he plays within himself. He really does. He'll keep getting better defensively like all freshmen do. That's just part of the process, but offensively, he's got a real knack for it. And but what I'm most impressed with is his demeanor and how he runs his team, and knows when to go try to get his, and knows when he needs to get some other guys involved. And for a freshman, early January, it's pretty impressive.
Last one from Ben.
Rick, what did you see from Nate today? And on the flip side of that, how big was what Amari Evans gave you?
Well, Amari was terrific. Nate's going to keep getting better. He is. There's no doubt about it. We went with him at the 4 for the first time tonight. We've been playing around with it in practice a little bit, simply because our other post guys that we normally play with weren't getting it done. But Amari is who he is. He's going to compete. He's played like that. It doesn't matter who we play against. He's done that, and he's playing because he's earned it. He's not afraid to compete. He's going to go in and I mean, I did not think this time of year we would be playing as many freshmen as we're playing. We didn't expect that. Now, we've said all along we had a really good recruiting class with our freshman class, but we still thought those older guys would be playing more than these guys. But the fact of the matter is, freshmen have earned their minutes, and he's one of them that's done that.